This isn't just my story, it is the story of every hand that held mine, every prayer that carried me, and every soul I have been blessed to serve. Welcome to my journey. My name is Reverend Father Joseph Ozioma Lawani. I was born into the family of late Chief Simpa Oshimoshofu Dominic Lawani and late Mrs. Catherine Bamikwe Lawani. I was born on Tuesday in the year 1976, July 6th precisely. My town is Igara, the headquarters of Akoko Edo local government in Edo State. I think it's one of the oldest local government and also the biggest in the old Bende State, even now in the new Edo State. So I'm proud of coming from that place. My tender age, my initial thoughts or passion when I was still a little boy of age 5, 6, 7 or thereabouts wasn't a priesthood then. Then I remember vividly construction work was going on just rightly beside our house, constructing the road. I was so excited with the operators, the people in charge of using the grader, the bulldozer, and so on and so forth. I was so fascinated that my thought was that I want to be like these people. When I look back, it looked so funny then, and I said that when I'm operating the bulldozer, the grader, and all those heavy equipment they use in constructing road, very, very funny indeed. I say, because when I was small, I have love for these locust beans. When our mother bought it, we normally pick some if we are to grind and so on and so forth. I will be eating that locust bean and I will be operating the bulldozer and the grader. I was so fascinated with this. But I discovered that when I grew up, it changes. Basically within the age of 9 and 10. Early days of life, we're still young, within that age of 7, 8, 9, 10, even down to 15, 16, 17, or down to 18. We involved in many things. I must say the first one is hunting, which my elder brother, who is now the bishop, most reverend, Alter Lawani, taught me. I learned from him. We normally kill these giant rats and the normal rats and other bushmeat, squirrels, bears, and the head. And I have that interest in hunting. I learned it from him. Sometimes I remembered, you go around or join him digging holes to catch that rabbit. Or on one fateful day, we met a snake, but we killed the snake and also ate it because the one that they hate. So in our early days, my dad being somebody that is very hardworking, industrious, we have farm, not for commercial purpose, just subsistence farming. So my dad would do go to farm, we work, including my elder brother too, who is now the bishop, most reverend, Dr. Lawani, go to farm and work. And I enjoyed it then. I enjoyed it that, I would just imagine then that I can't leave my town to go to the bigger city, or my state rather. So do work, and not only that, my dad's friend, who is a pure farmer, and his son also my classmate, were good friends, Mr. Olorunfemi Omogu. I do go to their farm too. We work, not free. The man will pay me. And being my dad's friends, he also give me some farm produce, maybe sometimes cassava, maize, copper, and so on, to bring and give to my dad. So, and I love doing it and enjoy doing it. And from there, I also get little money to do something instead of disturbing my parents. So I love it and enjoyed it until eventually when I graduated, I eventually left my hometown to Kwara State to continue. I officially never informed anybody. The only person that I would say maybe is aware of it is one of my elder sister, immediate younger to the bishop, Juliana Lawani, because she also is nursing that thought of being a reverend sister. And our last born also, Reverend Father John Paul Ojo Lawani, is when I was given admission after the whole process, that I informed my elder brother, Chief Operazago Anthony Lawani, that I'll be given admission to enter the seminary. At that material time, he received it with mixed feelings, simply because my elder brother is already in the seminary. He has already been ordained a priest. He was ordained a priest that same year. That is the present bishop, Most Reverend Anson Pedro Lawani. So he received it like with a mixed feeling. But nevertheless, he later adjusted and he gave me the maximum support so far. So it's when I resumed that probably, maybe, let me say, he now informed my dad. Then when I was on break, when I traveled home, my dad now see me. I was okay, we are now in Seminary. Because I've said I didn't discuss with anybody. It's only when I've secured the admission. So I just like coming with my God. Okay, God, if it's true, I succeed, fine. So when I was given admission and I informed it, I'll be given admission. But you see, we feel misfeeling because already my elder brother was just few months. As of then, just few months and say, priest. My tender age from 6, 7, 8. It wasn't the priesthood that was in my mind then. By the age 9, 10, when I received First Holy Communion and confirmation, the parish priest then, that is late now of blessed memory, Monsignor Thomas Olega, inspired me a lot. Then subsequently, our other big brothers, Reverend Father Thomas Salami Yakubu, working as one of the priests of Archdiocese of Benin City, and another one, Reverend Father Professor Anselm Jimo, a lecturer in SS Victor and Paul Bodija Seminary, Major Seminary, also inspired me because of what? Their life of simplicity and friendliness. We visit them, they accommodate us, they gave us things to snacks to eat. So I felt so happy. And the first time I saw them putting on cassock, it really inspired me. I was thinking I'm seeing angel of God. I was inspired, and since then I made up my mind that I would like to embrace that type of life. However, that if it's the will of God. As a young boy, then when I'm done with my secondary school, not just me, even all our mates, the desire is here to leave the town and further your studies. So with that intention, mindset, so to speak, so I decided to also leave to further my studies. So I left, and our firstborn, eldest brother, based in Lawani, so I decided to come and stay with him to now decide what I will do after I've graduated from the secondary school. So I was excited and I was happy coming, because the other things I have to do, I can't stay in the town there and be doing it, because I want to go to the university or polytechnic is not there. Though we have it within the state anyhow. But I just felt I should come to him, being our eldest and like our our second father, so to speak. And moreover, I will even say I have no more option really as well. Because even if I say I'm not going, I don't think my parents, at least my dad, my mom, they're still alive then, I don't think they will even support it. Because like a second father, he has the authority. So I can't even question whether I will not go, I will go. Or whether I will stay with you, I will not stay. I don't even have that right. Because I am not independent on my own. And whatever they say, whatever elder brothers say, all my parents is the final as of that stage or that material time. But I was also happy. I must say before I was given admission into the seminary, as I've earlier said, the passion has been there. And for me to even a thought you can even test yourself, maybe you will even be distracted. I registered for IGMBA level and maybe mixing with other people, young boys and girls, maybe I will lose interest. But the passion was still there. And from day one till I was ordained, I always rely on the will of God. I always said to myself, I said, if it's the will of God, I will succeed. If not His will, no matter how I will try, I will not succeed. And if I look back to date, I just say the will of God and the grace of God. If not, one way or the other, either you are being sent away or one live voluntarily. And some of our brothers, even right from the spiritual year, they left. The person just say, I'm going. But for me, to have that patience and to date, even through teen and teen, with the probation and the rest, to still have that zeal, still have that passion. But I just look at everything, I just say it's the grace of God, it's just God. It's just God. It's not as if maybe I'm too brave, I'm too wise, I'm too perfect. I think it's just the grace of God. If not, maybe one thing or the other. Either I would have lived voluntarily or somebody, it's just the grace of God. So I give God the glory for how far I have come.
Younger brother to Reverend Father Joseph Ozioma Lawani. I call him Father Joe. We are very close, growing up together, and still is, even in the priesthood. I can simply describe him as a gentleman, humble and loving. He loves the family, he loves his priesthood with passion, which is clearly demonstrated in all the parishes he worked. He is a loving brother and can go any mile just for me or for any member of the family and even beyond. He is like a twin brother to me, and I am so proud having him as a big brother.
Father Joseph Lawani, let's say about 30 years ago, thereabout, in the church at our parish there, Adewale, St. John, the Evangelist Catholic Church, Adewale. As at that time, yes, Father Joe was attending partly that church and also St. Mary's, Asadam. So we met in the church, and he was a very nice person. So somehow, we became family friends. As at then, he was like best friend with my elder brother. We only came to Ilori then for holidays, and then we met him before we finally came back about 1997, permanently, and then we became closer friends. That was around the first time I met him.
He was once my parish priest when I was about to enter the seminary. And before I applied to enter the seminary, I was with him as an altar server in my church, in my parish, the then St. Peter's Catholic Parish, Ethiopian. So he's like a guide and a spiritual father to me who helped me a lot and told me many things that I would expect in the priesthood.
I met him, the first time I met him was the day he was going to work. He came to our house, came to see the children. So I met him, that was the first day I met him. He greeted me. And when he left, I asked them, who is that? They said it's their friend that is going to work. And I saw him well dressed, looked gentle.
So I applied to the vocational director, were interviewed, and lo and behold, as God will have it, I was given admission. I remember vividly that day, the vocational director admonished us, let us to know the reality that it's not going to be easy for us. And since that very day, that's the year October 2000, September, October 2000, I remember vividly that he quoted from the scriptural passage, specifically the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 9, verse 62. And since then, till date, that quotation resonates. I flash back to it. To like tell us that yes, you might see the priest in the parish looking immaculate, they have chicken eggs to eat, that when you get to the seminary, it's a different ball game. I told us that day just to encourage us that once the hand is laid on the plow, you dare no look back. So when we started, it wasn't easy. It's not a bed of roses, but because of what he has told us, we keep on struggling, even when there are challenges, that maybe the next day you are not going to be, you will not survive, we continue, and the grace of God have really seen me through. From day one of the journey, I said to myself, if it is the will of God, I will succeed. If it is not the will of God, I have many other things to do as a lay person. So therefore, even when I was being delayed after my Theology 1, I leave everything for God. And as God will have it, it wasn't easy too. But then I said to myself, the priesthood is not a do or die affair. If I succeed, God wants it. If I don't succeed, I have another profession to engage myself with. And as God will have it, we went through, passed all the exams.
Actually, we did 1 year together. That was at the spiritual year, Eruku. After that, he went to Makurdi to continue, and myself, I went to Ibadan to continue. But for that 1 year we spent together, we were actually roommates. We resumed together and we were roommates for the first half of that 1 year, the spiritual year at Eruku. I want to say that it was a very trying moment for me because in the first place, I was very young then. I was very young, just leaving the secondary school. And then it was also my first time leaving home. I was very used to my family. We were very close to my first time. So going out there was, quite difficult for me. I was really missing home. I was missing home, which Father Joseph helped me too, talking to me, advising me. Sometimes he would go and bring, from my shelf, bring my album, my photo album, show me pictures and all of this. Okay, you're missing this person. Look at this person in the picture, and all of those stuff. And then, being very young and leaving home for the first time, I've not really dealt with all these labor things, cutting grass and all of those things. And then, Father, being the labor prefect, will still share work to me like he will share for all others. He won't say because this is my personal person. He will share work, but then he will help me do it. I would do part of it. Father will help me do part of it. He never cheated. He gave me the normal work, but he will help me through it. It really helped me through the spiritual year. And in all sincerity, at that point, I can say it was not just a friend, it was an elder brother. And if you like, you can even say it was a father to me at that point. So I don't think I can ever forget that moment in my life. Father really helped me, pull through, the spiritual year formation.
Formation period, wow, is good. Is refreshing, and sometimes you are tensed up. We encourage one another from the spiritual year. As you have rightly said, I gave him a maximum support, moral, spiritual, and otherwise. So as brothers there, we share our pains together, we work together, but at the spiritual year, I didn't find it easy, so to speak. Why? Because of my office, I was a labor prefect, and the rector will only manage me to assign work to people. My fellow brothers, they are my classmates, and they find it difficult. We are classmates. How will you just give us work? They are not perceiving it as it's a directive from the higher authority. They see it as if I'm just directing them. And because of that, I never find it. Because some are confrontational. I could remember vividly one. He's late now. He got ready. So, Christian Kura from Kutangura
Parish, initially Kaduna Diocese. There was one day that I was ringing the bell for people to come out from labor. He okay with call class, though I just distanced myself from him. So it wasn't easy. And the formation training is not really easy because you don't know your faith. It can be so tense sometimes that we'll just be encouraging each other. Sometimes you might just hear that this brother has been expelled, he's going. You'll be shivering, I won't be the next. So, and the training is so rigorous, like military training, demanding. You have no time for yourself. You have not enough time to sleep. You have not enough time to study because the whole day is so programmed. If you want to study late till the midnight, they can call you, it's light out, put off your life. And if you disobey, you'll be punished severely. So it's not always easy, but it's a very lovely life, very organized, rich help. It's helping me in the parish. We live together. Sometimes your brother, Seminary, might even provoke you, say all kinds of things. Sometimes people might even be confrontational, want to fight. Though it's an offense to fight. If you fight, if you are caught, the person is going. Though it can be demanding. Because sometimes when it's so tensed, we start singing. It's not an easy road. On top of our voices to console ourselves as brothers. Because when the rector will come, we don't even know what he's going to say. Maybe one of us is going to go home to see his bishop, or that is the end of the road, the journey. So we're shivering and we start saying it's not an easy road to console ourselves. But nevertheless, the training, I must say that I appreciate the training they have given us. Though it's demanding, but I appreciate it. It has formed us to become real men of God. I must say, being a labor prefect in the seminary, based on my own personal experience, I was labor prefect twice. I was labor prefect in the spiritual year. I was also labor prefect as a deacon class. So it wasn't very easy. Why? Because you see seminarians, some with disguise and pretend they don't want to cut grass. And my own policy is that nobody is a sacred cow. Nobody is a jebota. Nobody is a rich man's son that, I can't cut grass. So because of that, any seminarian that put on that attitude or character, I'll deal with him decisively. I will assign work. So my department is being seen in the seminary as the police force of the seminary. Because anybody that is found wanted from any other department, maybe in liturgy, maybe in socials or what, it will be sent to my department, the labor department, to give them punishment. Because you know the seminary, we don't flog, like the way children are being flogged in secondary school or primary school. We don't flog, but they can give you some very tedious labor. Sometimes they can say dig a pit or trenches. Sometimes they can bring a big tree to uproot. That even 2 weeks you will not be able to uproot it. So, I used to warn that it's better for you to keep to the school rules and regulations than disobeying. That if you are found wanted, you won't find it easy when you get to us. So because of that, they see us as very strict or even wicked or harsh or so on and so forth. There are sometimes I could remember when I was in the theology class, theology 4, some of my mates, we want to plead for or cover their younger ones. Maybe if I assign any punishment or give them any punishment to do, they want to like say, don't do it. So on one occasion, if not I was begged, I think that my mate would have been expected because I'm ready to go and meet the rector. But along the line, I just decided not to. Because our rector, they don't take it easy. If any place is not kept clean, they'll call on the labor prefect. And the rector we're having in the seminary, a very strict person that don't laugh. I don't want the rector to call me to come and question me. I have not done my work as the labor prefect, so I prefer to do it. So, and to God be the glory, I did my best. But it wasn't easy because they will not take it that way.
Joe was always a very wonderful person, and then when probation came, we never did not expect that, but then I think the way he went through it was amazing. Father was still very hardworking during that period, very hardworking, very prayerful. It was a very tough time. He went through it so well. I never saw him carry any, frowning face, dull face throughout that period. He did not really complain and say, why has this happened, or anything of such. He was just still the cheerful man he had always been, the prayerful man, very dedicated and devoted to God, even during that very hard time of his life. And then he was able to pull through and went through the rest of his formation very, very well without any issue.
And we were ordained as a deacon. I remember the year January 3rd, 2010, the day of the Feast of the Epiphany celebration. Our late Bishop of Blessed Memory, Most Reverend Dr. Ayo Maria Atoyebi, OP, he questioned us seriously at the Diaconate Ordination, the hall at the cathedral, and that same year, 10th of July, 2000, he also questioned us as if he's not satisfied. But lo and behold, God have called see us through. Because when we are ordained, He didn't give us the faculty, and without the faculty, you can't listen to confession. You also go on your break after you return from your 1 month leave. And even the 1 month leave was like more or less almost 6 weeks because the bishop traveled then. So after our leave, we have to stay until the bishop returns.
Well, we thank God. I think I was very much present at Father Joseph's ordination. Of course, I won't miss that for anything. In as much as I'm alive, even if I'm in some other part of the world, I think I'll fly down. It was a day of joy for all of us, and for him in particular. I was there at his first mass, at Adewale Parish, our parish. It was really a day of joy. We celebrated, we were happy for him. And for him, it was a dream come true because Father loves the priesthood. He loves God. He loves the things of God. And since then, I think he has lived out his priesthood very well. You will know that this is somebody who loves what he is doing, somebody who was really called, knows that he was called, and is continuously answering that call, very well. I have been in fathers' parishes, various times, either for normal visitation or I'm going there for a program he has invited me to come and minister to his people. So I continue to see the effort Father puts into this work, how he helps people, how he reaches out to people. You will know that he loves the priesthood, and the day of his ordination was really a joy to him and a blessing to the world. So I join him in thanking God for what God has done.
And we sat for the canonical exams, and after that we were now given faculty and we received our posting. And since then, continue to work as an associate priest. My first pastoral assignment at St. Joseph Catholic Church, Osi Parish, the bigger Osi Parish then. I was there for 3 years and some months. Then I was now transferred to Geodepe, the Solo Parish, as the parish priest. And since then, I've moved on. Though it wasn't easy as priest, I work in different places, but I think the grace of God has saved me through thin and thick. I was able to survive. And one thing I've discovered as a person, I always trust in God. And God has been seeing me through from day one of my journey till date. So I have no other thing to say than to say thank God for how far I have gone. Because honestly, when I look back, I discovered that some of my mates, even some they were doing before me, some are no more. Some are dead. Some didn't even succeed. So all the time I just say, God, thank you for your mercy, thank you for your love, and thank you for your protection. And as regards my training, as I've said, I never informed my parents except my eldest brother, our firstborn. I didn't discuss with him as well. I only informed him when I was giving admission. Even likewise, the bishop, we never have any conversation. I only just said, I'll be giving admission to resume the seminary. And they gave their support till I was ordained. It's after I resumed the spiritual year, then my dad was alive, that I now knew, and he was happy, and he continued to encourage me. So only my mom that was not alive before I resumed to, and I have not discussed with her when she was alive that maybe I will want to embrace the priesthood. I just keep it to myself, continue to ponder and reflect and meditate. Though she died 31st of March 2000, and that same year, 2nd October, I was admitted into the spiritual year, St. Peter the Apostles spiritual year seminary at Eruku in Kwara State. So in a nutshell, I can say God, the grace of God has been sustaining me. When I clock 1 year, I celebrated it, thank God. When I clocked 5 years, I celebrated it at Ekpe Parish, thank God. When I clocked 10 years, I celebrated in CK Sibashita, I thank God. And in this parish now, just few weeks to be 16 years in the priesthood. I will say, as the psalmist will say, that is the Lord's doing and it is marvelous in our sight.
Before I entered the seminary, although we had many conversations, many discussions, but there's this one that I will never forget because I think I heard it first from him and it actually came to play out in the seminary. And that is, to really survive in the seminary, you have to keep the seminary's rule so that the seminary can keep you as well. And getting to the seminary, I understood that as difficult or as rigorous the training might be, all that one needed was just to keep the seminary rule And if you are able to do that, of course, the seminary will keep you. So I keep remembering that because it really helped me a lot in the seminary.
When you talk about discipline, sacrifice, there's just one person, my dearest, late lovely dad, late Chief Dominic Simpa Oshomoshofu Lawani. As a young boy, even as a priest, I still have that fear. My dad is a par excellence disciplinarian, a very honest man, very hardworking. He doesn't encourage laziness, he encourages honesty, hardworking, and discipline. I remember those days when we were at home, we were young, even as a seminarian, you are not allowed to just move around. You cannot just leave the house. You must say where you are going to. And if you are being sent on an errand, there is a time. If it's a place that you have to spend 30 minutes, and you are spending 1 hour, they will question you. So my mom also, a very quiet woman, a lovely woman. So I've learned from both of my parents, my late parents, sacrifice, honesty, hardworking, love, being a peacemaker. Because my dad and my mom, they really pay attention to all of us. I can remember then when we were still small, even in secondary school. They know our friends, they know my friend. And if they discover that this one is questioned, his character is questionable, is not trustworthy, immediately they will tell me, please, dissociate yourself with this your friend. And they will tell me the reason that, you know why? His hands are not clean. If he's found wanted, whether you committed a crime with him or not, once the police arrested you, they will ask, who is your friends? And he will mention you. So I remember that. And in one occasion, because I have that passion of learning out as a small boy, learning how to ride a bicycle, one of my friends that was teaching me, but he's not having good character. So whenever my parents say, no, this boy's character is not good, don't associate with him. My parents really shaped my life. They pay attention to me. They let me know that hardworking pay, that you must be honest, you must be sincere. If I look back, I'll continue to pray for my lovely parents. Likewise, even my siblings, actually my parents, because they inculcate in us that virtue of honesty, hardworking, being disciplined, be hopeful. Because I remember those days, my dad would tell us about his youthful age, and within the age of 14, how their dad passed on and he had to serve under his step-elder brother. One thing I noticed from my dad, he never see it as a punishment. Because he was under his elder brother, he washed his clothes, his step-brother, the one time a permanent secretary in old Bend Estate, GP Lawani late of blessed memory, I will wash the clothes, iron. My dad never say like, my step-brother suffered me, stressed me. My dad always explain it, see it in form of a training. So with that training has helped me in the seminary and even as a priest, because my dad and my lovely mom never trained us to be lazy, but they let us know that hard work pays a lot. And therefore, all of us in the house, in the family, my elder brothers, sisters, and my younger ones, all of us are very hardworking and industrious. And you can see that even in the life of the bishop of the Diocese, the Most Reverend Dr. Lawani. All of us are very hardworking. And in terms of honesty, my dad has inculcated in us, even in terms of obedience. I remember even when my dad was alive, whenever he called Father Joe, he always advised me to be serious with your work, don't joke with your work, be obedient, and so on and so forth. So till today, he's still guiding me. Even for me to have achieved this ground, this landmark, I would say it's because of the foundation they have laid. Solid foundation of being hardworking, being focused.
because when he visits me, he will take me like the real biological mother. And if I prepare anything, whether the food is sweet or it's not sweet, that is the best. He really appreciates. So he will eat even when he knows that he will see food to eat that will be sweeter than my own. He will still like to come to my house and eat. You like pounded yam with all this fufu.
And I am so proud having him as a big brother. Well, for food, he loves pounded yam and egusi soup. I don't know if that option has changed. Also, he's conservative with money. He spends it judiciously, which is evidence in his pastoral achievements in this parish within a very short period of time. Simply a loving brother with a loving heart.
I'm not a man of many friends, and that is just my nature. And somebody I will call a true friend is somebody that is sincere. I don't take people that are sycophants as a friend. But people that I cherish so much as a friend are people that are sincere. What they say in your presence, what they will say behind you, they can say it in your presence. People that also have that courage to tell you the bitter truth. And people that also have that courage to fight for you. And people that have that courage to support you when you need their help. And above all, people that can tell you the bitter truth and guide you. And that is what my brothers, I know them for my biological brothers. They are good at that, to tell you the bitter truth and also to support you. And that is why I don't have many friends. Because I've discovered that some are just sycophants. They sing your praises in your presence and they crucify you behind. They stab you at the back. So therefore, the friendship I embrace are the friendship that are sincere and honest. The ones that feel my pains. The ones that understand me. The ones that can tell me the bitter truth and also support me. The one that can defend me. Not the one that will blackmail or bring me down. I only have one person I turn to. The Master Jesus Christ. When I'm going through any challenges or very tough, looking gloomy or tense, I turn to the Master Jesus Christ in the Blessed Sacrament. And what did I tell him? I said, Master Jesus, I just know this situation is not beyond your understanding and it's not beyond your power. And I must say, Jesus has never failed me. And that is why I cherish that song, Jesus never fails. Because no matter how, I just tell him, I just lift up my hand and mind to him. Jesus, you know what? This is the situation. I know it's not beyond your power. It's not beyond your knowledge. You know everything. Whichever decision you are taking, give me the grace to follow and to obey. I always turn to Jesus, not human beings. Because what I've discovered about human beings, some will use your situation to mock you. In your presence, they put on a gloomy face as if they sympathize with you. But behind you, they blackmail you. Therefore, the only person I report to, and I cry to, and I trust, and has never failed me, is the Master Jesus Christ. I will just empty myself and forget everything. Hey Jesus, this situation, this thing is not beyond your power. And He has been working wonders in my life. He has been fighting my battle for me. Because the Pharaoh you see today, you see there no more. So He's the only person I turn to, not any other person. I would just say it's like a magic. It's like a magic. Because I never expect that one day like that, I'll just be 50. I remember a few years ago, about 6 years ago, I celebrated with my elder brother, the Bishop, Most Reverend Alter Lawani. I never knew very soon, after 6 years, I will be celebrating like him too. So I feel happy. I thank God with the good health of mind and body God has bestowed on me. I always say I'm more energetic than maybe when I was 40 or 40 something now. I celebrate 3 masses conveniently. I do what I'm supposed to do. Physical activities, mental, spiritual. I do it very well. I must say I'm very, very grateful. Even when I tell people they don't want to believe that I'm 50, they now say, you are not an elder. I say, yes, I'm an elder. I'm an elder. I'm not a small boy. So, why I discovered that it's not in the mind of people that I'm 50. Therefore, I could remember I was chatting with somebody. I will tell this person. If somebody say you are not 50, I said, that person is in my mother. I said, maybe tell that person maybe he's dreaming. I saw the person, I said, I can't add to my age or minus. So people see me sometimes. Some will say maybe you are more than, some will say you are not up to. But what I don't do as a person is to add or surprise. So, but I must say, I really thank God. I really thank God. When others have been celebrating, you don't even know that very soon you will just come. So it's just like a dream, honestly. But I really thank God. I really thank God. And I feel happy. Because I've seen many young boys and girls have died. Some at a tender age of 20, 30, 40, 45. So for me to be alive, to celebrate, I just see it as the grace of God. Well, I thank God for the gift of my life. And as I clock 50, I think what I just tell myself, just take things calmly. Run away from bad blood. Embrace peace. I want to be a peacemaker, 100%. And my desire, the first one is that as a priest, as I've said, the other things are just secondary. But if I have the means, I'll go for further studies, I'll do some courses, update myself, and also do other courses apart from those studies, entirely different from the theological courses. That's what I have in mind. But everything rests on the grace of God. I'm not desperate about it. If God wants it, He give me the means to be able to do my further studies and also study other things, not just on theology, but other general things that can help me, help the church as well. I think the legacy I want them to remember is for them to see that once you are determined and you are focused and you trust in God, you achieve your goals. And above all, to be a happy man or woman, you must be determined and be focused and be realistic to yourself, be truthful to yourself. And you must also define, what do I want to be? Many young boys and girls are very confused. In the morning, they want to be a medical doctor. In the afternoon, they want to be. And at the end, they are shattered. But consistency and being hardworking and being realistic with yourself. With that, the person is laying a solid foundation to succeed. So that will be the legacy. Just trust in God and be realistic with yourself. Don't fantasize. That is what will be the legacy. Because that is what I've seen it through. I never love fantasy. Whether you want to believe it or not, I will tell you the truth. What I can do, I'll tell you I can do. What I cannot do, I'll tell you I can't do it. I don't fantasize. My candid advice to the younger generation: one, they must be realistic with themselves about their dream, about their future. Many fantasize. They must be realistic in the sense that what I'm aspiring as regards their dream. Maybe, for example, now, the person loves to be a medical doctor, but is he having the technical know-how? Is he having that knowledge? Is he having that coherence, that competency? So the first and foremost, the younger ones must be realistic about their future. Two, they must be determined and resolute. That means be ready to work hard. Three, they must be honest with themselves. Four, they must embrace that spirit of contentment. Many just want to be rich overnight, and that is why many, a good number, involved in robbery, yahoo yahoo and the rest. But they should just be realistic that yes, for me to attain social goal, they have to be hardworking and be focused. As they say, Rome is not built in a day. So somebody that wants to be a medical doctor will not just wake up overnight and become a medical doctor. That means you have to bend down and read and read. So they must be realistic with themselves about their dreams. They must be honest. They must be humble. And they also must be what? Be contented. If I want to say anything about success, I'll just define it as a consistent progression, not retrogression. Not that today you are here, tomorrow you are down. So that is the way I've seen it. And I must say, I thank God for my day one. I have been progressing. No matter the challenges, I've been progressing. Because I could remember when I was made parish priest, there are some of my seniors that are still curate. At the meeting, when I'll be talking as a parish priest, they only can't talk, they are only assistant. Whereas they are ordained before me. So I think God has seen me through so far. So I won't say I'm retrogressing, but I'm progressing.
Father Gentle Joe, as we call him, as you celebrate your 50th birthday today, June 6th, cheers to 50 golden years and a life full of beautiful memories. Lord, as he reaches this golden milestone, we lift him up to you. Fill his heart with renewed purpose and joy, surrounding him with your unfailing love and the warmth of family and friends. May he feel your presence in a very real way today and always. Protect him, provide for all his needs, and grant him many more years of laughter, fulfillment, and blessings through Christ our Lord. Amen. Congratulations, Reverend Father Joseph Ozioma Lawani, on your 50th birthday. I love you, brother.
Joseph Lawani, the celebrant, is a very, very good man with a very good heart. So I pray for him that good things will always come to him. I pray that God will bless his ministry. He is so committed to his ministry, to his parishioners. It's hard to see somebody that loves his parishioners like Father Joseph. So I pray that God will bless his ministry, bless all those under his pastoral care. 50 years, it means he's getting older, so we also pray that God will, bless him with good health of mind and body, that God would help him live longer. We need good people like this to still be in this world, to continue to practice their goodness, helping people like he has been doing. So I pray that God will help him, live much longer, 90, 100, 110, 120, as it pleases the Lord, and that the good Lord will continue to, provide for him, take care of all his needs, even his material needs. He's somebody who wants to reach out, visit his parishioners, and all of those things. So, of course, we need that God will bless him materially to continue to do that, and that God will take care of him, that God will take care of his entire family too. So I pray most especially for the grace, of final perseverance, that at the end of the day, when God calls him after a very ripe old age, that God will wear him that crown of eternal and unfading glory.
He celebrates his 50th birthday. Firstly, I wish him good health and good life. Good health and good life both really matter. When you have everything without good health, it is nothing. And when you do not live a good life, it means that all that one has come to do in this world is in vain, because it is that good life that will take us to heaven. So as he celebrates his 50th birthday today, I wish him good life, I wish him good health, and I wish him long life and prosperity. Also, as he has always been, I pray for him the spirit, the grace to remain faithful to God. May God grant unto him through Christ our Lord.
Father, I wish you happy birthday, long life, good health of mind and body. May God bless your new age in Jesus' name. Amen.